Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about ear hose clamps, what they are, what applications you want to use them in, how to install them, and how to remove them. Let's go ahead and get started. Now these are the clamps that I'm talking about that are known as ear clamps. You'll see here that it has that little ear sticking out there on the left side. The right side is smooth. So this is what's known as a single ear. You do have some that are called double ear as shown here. Basically, the way that these work is this would slide over your hose, and there's different sizes as you can see. And then what you'll do is you will use ear clamp pliers that will fit around that ear, and it will pinch it down to then increase the pressure to then seal around that hose. And these are used mainly when you're dealing with like air compressor hoses, like high pressure hoses where you don't just want to use like a regular hose clamp as seen here. Now these are also known as pinch clamps, but these are really good in applications where you need a secure seal and any kind of leaking cannot be tolerated. A lot of times on air compressors and other kind of high pressure situations where you want to use these, but what you're going to use in order to put them on, which I'm going to get into next, I'm going to show you the kind of pliers that you need and then how to remove them if you do need to take them off of a hose to do some work. And then unfortunately you can't reuse them where with regular hose clamps you can unscrew them, put them back on. With these, once you remove them, they're destroyed. You need to get another one to put back on. But let me show you the pliers that are used in these applications. These are what the pliers look like. They have that pinched edge right there, so it can slide over the ear, and then you can squeeze it down to then crunch the ear down and pinch it, and then really tighten that band around it. This one here is just a small one that I use because most of my applications I'm using the smaller clamps, but you can get larger ear pliers as shown here. Let me show you an application so you can see how these go on and then how you would then tighten it, and then we'll talk about how to remove them. This is a 1/2 inch diameter hose that we have here. So we have right here our ear hose clamp, the new one. We're going to slide that on, get it secured in place before we tighten it. We'll take our barbed edge, feed that all the way down in like that. This is how the pliers will go around it. You have the ear right there, and the plier, you can see how the point goes around it. That way it can pinch it up in that corner and we can tighten it. So let's go ahead and squeeze it so we can tighten that on, and then that will secure it tightly around the barbed edge. Give it a good squeeze to tighten it. There we go. And that's pretty tight. Let me get a close up. See how it's tightened right there? Nice and solid. That hose is very snug against that barbed edge. You can see it on this side as well. Now that particular application that we just saw, that was in a air compressor that I have. So that is going into the pressure switch. So you want that thing tight. You cannot be allowing for any leaks. It needs to be a solid bond. That's where this right here was good. Now to remove them, there's a couple ways you can do it. They actually make a tool for removing them as seen here. What I always used is I'll just take a flathead screwdriver, a small one, and just lift the band and just pretty much just break it off that way. Take a look. But we'll pull this off like that. So you can see now we have it off, and I'll get a close up. See how it's lifted? But another way that you can do it is if you come here on the ear, you can either use the ear pliers, and coming this way, you can pinch it and break it, or you can use wire cutters to pinch it and break it as well, and then undo it, for, like split the ear and then open it apart and take it off that way. Let me show you a demonstration on how that would go. Here's our ear clamp, and that would be the ear. So you would then take your ear pliers, put it right over the ear itself, and you can crunch it this way as I'm doing, and then it will it'll break it. And I should be using a bigger one. This is a small one here, but if you bring it like that, you'll be able to crush it like that, and then it'll break free. This one here, being a smaller one, doesn't have much of an edge, but some of the bigger ones have more of an edge where you can then crunch it like that and it'll split it. Or you can just use wire cutters and come in there and then just snip it that way and break it loose. That will open it up. Take a look. But as shown already, what I do is just take a flathead screwdriver and just snip it off right there, pop it up, and then once you have that up, then you can just open it like that and then take it off the hose, because you're going to throw that out anyway. You're going to need a new one when you put the application back. Now you can pick these up anywhere. What I have here is just a multi-pack of all the different sizes, but I got this one at Harbor Freight. I believe it was $12.99. You could probably get them online. You can get them at automotive stores as well. But it's good to just get a whole kit like this. That way, for any application you need, it has the sizes laid out here. You've got them all in here, and then you can use them at that point. These are really good. These are heavy-duty stainless steel, nice, secure for bonding hoses to barbed fittings, things like that. If you're putting like pressure switches or any kind of line in there where you need a nice, secure fit. Okay, well, that wraps up this video. Just wanted to do a quick video explaining what these are. These ear hose clamps. As mentioned already, you can get single ear or double ear. Double ear is one on each side. Very easy to use. Once you have the right pliers for it, you can just crimp it in place. It's nice, tight, solid bond and seal that it creates. As we showed already, to remove them, you can either use a flathead screwdriver, pop them off on the connecting edge, or you can actually cut the ear, split it, take it off that way. Quick and simple. But I hope that this video was informative for you, just kind of explaining what applications these are for, what they are, and when you want to use them. Please send me any questions and comments. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I appreciate all your support. So please like the video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.